Hey everyone, Simonas here. Yesterday I've downloaded Total War Arena and I wanted to take a look at one battle that I've had that I found interesting. So, what? Ah, Hey, what's up everyone? Simonas here, and yesterday I've downloaded Total War Arena. I've played a few battles, I've had some fun, and I wanted to take a look at one of the more interesting ones I've had. So we have Arminius here with 2 melee units and 1 cavalry unit on Thermopylae. And I figured I would try to hold this choke point for my allies. And of course, since I have 1 cavalry and 2 melee units, I decided to scout with the cavalry. So immediately we go into one of the passes, and we find a lot of melee units approaching us. Since I'm not going to really be able to fight this with just my 2 melee units and there's not much of a possibility for flanking, I pull my cavalry back and I decide to just hold here. The cavalry is sent back to the center. I figured I could help my buddies over here. So yeah, 2 units, both hoplites, even some reinforcements approaching. We can't really hold here, but you know, what else am I going to do? I've decided to go for an old Total War trick, sort of pulling one of my units back and the other one is waiting in one of the passages next to it. Meanwhile, the cavalry unit has just seen some missile units approaching on the hillside here. This was a pretty sneaky idea by Makava, my opponent, or Tito, I guess. Well, both of them, right? They've sent archers on this cliff over here to harass my melee units and wanted to break through. But luckily, this 1 cavalry that I had managed to find them and dealt quite a lot of damage to them. So I'm very happy about this at this point. Definitely a smart choice of cavalry. At least that's how I felt about it at this point. So yeah, the archers have to retreat and are neutralized. So he has no other choice but to try to break through head on, which he could probably easily do. So I do pull back my one of my war bands, I guess. This is not a war band. I'm not sure how they called, but the woodsman unit, yeah, one of the lower tier units for now. So yeah, here comes the charge, and I guess he decided to pull back. Figured maybe 1 hoplite should be enough to break barbarians, or you know, just lending support for his buddies up front. So here comes the hoplite unit, and of course I do have my little barbarian ambush sprung here. So this is working quite nicely. Of course he goes into phalanx and my people are hurting, but we do have the rear attack coming. Meanwhile, I'm pulling my horses back, figuring out that we are badly outnumbered here, and I guess I can't really help that much at this point. I'll try to do some flanking, maybe get those archers over here. Meanwhile, this phalanx is hurting badly. He's trying to do some fancy micro that you know, is just my first day. I really don't understand all of his movement, but he seems to take a lot of damage from the rear. He tries to retreat and Yeah, it doesn't go too well for him. He gets rear flanked and routed. So he's going to send 2 more units at me. Yeah, so the pressure is definitely increasing here. Meanwhile, we're kind of getting pushed back in the center, and my cavalry is still having fun routing some archers, but this is looking a lot tougher. Still, I'm happy I have halted their advance. Too bad our I guess middle lost badly here. So I thought I was doing well at this point. I thought I'd do the same tactic again, just post these barbarians over here and try to get a flanking shot again. Meanwhile, the horsemen are doing fuck knows what. They're attacking the enemy base. We're I guess I thought I could do a good amount of damage and maybe take the enemy base over here. So yeah, at this point, I thought I was doing well, and we get some rough treatment from the rear. Yeah, I was so focused on attacking these guys that I didn't notice that the loss in the center caused these horsemen to pull back through this area, and they hit us from behind hard. Not only that, they have uh, just so many units they could beat us up front probably. So I thought I was doing well, but they definitely showed me here. So we're losing at this point, but we're gonna try to kick on, um, trying to take the enemy base. My leader dies in this mess, but I'm just trying to hold on here. Maybe I can hold this mass of units for as long as possible to get something done. The cavalry is darting around, maybe trying to get into this artillery, but he has just so many spears, and all we have is cavalry, making it super difficult. We do have a charge in the right flank, which goes pretty well for us, but it's very hard to take an enemy base when you know the spears, man. You just can't beat the spears. All we have to do really is to threaten recapture, and we have to flee. I do try to at least harass these units, but my I don't have that many people at this point, and their morale is pretty low. It's getting low. So yeah, I thought I was doing nicely, and you know, being a rookie and all, didn't quite make it through this battle, but some nice tactics in this battle, I guess. I really liked the idea that horsemen can protect your melee units from enemy skirmishers. That was very useful, and the passage attack over here was pretty cute, right? But yeah, unfortunately we just lost that middle, and not much I could have done about it. I should have been much more careful about being outflanked, but there you go. Yeah, we have very little strength at this point, and we're going to lose this eventually. But it's a loss, you know. But I thought this was interesting, and I had fun playing this. So yeah, pretty fun game so far. Most of my battles just get to the point where I'm terribly outnumbered on one flank, and I can't really do much. And but I felt good about this one, at least. Here we have another rear flank charge where that doesn't really get anywhere because they can just turn back and face my horsemen head on, to which I take a lot of damage. We just don't have enough manpower here. Horsemen don't do well against spears, and even if you outflank, they can just turn back and annihilate. So it's not a good one-on-one kind of matchup. But I guess happy about this defeat. So yeah, guys, this is Total War Arena. I'll probably do a couple more battles, and if anything feels like a little bit more interesting, I'll share it with you guys. Have fun. Hope you found this mildly entertaining, and I'll see you next time.